In the frozen wilderness of the north, where the sun barely kissed the earth, a group of time travelers from another world roam the snowy plains. These were no ordinary beings. They were the Viking Wolves, a band of warriors who had journeyed through countless realms, collecting wisdom and knowledge from every corner of existence. Their leader, Fenrir, was a chieftain of great renown, known for his strength, wisdom, and unyielding will. The Viking Wolves had crossed time and space to reach this desolate land. They were not here by accident. They had come with a purpose. Their mission was to find a hidden valley, a place of great power where the threads of time converged. It was said that whoever reached the heart of the valley could harness this power to change the fate of entire worlds. As they traveled through the relentless cold, the Viking wolves moved with purpose and unity. Each of them carried the weight of countless lifetimes, their minds filled with the knowledge of forgotten civilizations, the secrets of the cosmos, and the lessons of ages long past. But the journey was perilous. The icy winds bit into their flesh, and the blinding snowstorms threatened to erase their path. Still, they pressed on, guided by Fenrir's unwavering leadership and the hope of a new beginning. After weeks of trudging through the ice and snow, they reached the edge of the great glacier, a monolithic barrier that guarded the entrance to the hidden valley. The ground trembled beneath their feet as the glacier began to crack, splitting open to reveal a vast chasm. The air was filled with the sound of the ice shattering like glass, and the Viking wolves knew they had to act quickly. In the midst of the chaos, one of their own, a young warrior named Skull, slipped and tumbled into the abyss. The rest of the group watched in horror as he disappeared into the darkness, but Skull was not lost. He had landed on a narrow ledge that led to a hidden passageway, one that had been concealed from the world for eons. Fenrir, sensing the significance of this discovery, ordered the others to follow Skull into the depths below. The passageway led them to a vast underground chamber, bathed in a soft blue light that seemed to emanate from the very walls. In the center of the chamber stood an ancient tree, its roots embedded deep within the ice. The tree's branches reached out like fingers, touching the ceiling of the cavern, and its leaves shimmered with a light that defied explanation. As they approached the tree, they noticed a stone tablet at its base, inscribed with runes older than any they had ever seen. Fenrir, who had studied countless languages and scripts, knelt before the tablet and began to decipher its meaning. The runes spoke of a power that could alter the flow of time, a power that could be wielded by those who were willing to make a great sacrifice. The Viking wolves realized that they had found what they were searching for, the heart of time, a force that could reshape reality itself. But there was a catch. The tree required a sacrifice, something precious and irreplaceable. The choice was clear. To gain the power they sought, they would have to give up one of their own. As the leader, Fenrir felt the weight of the decision on his shoulders. He was ready to offer himself, but before he could act, Skull stepped forward. "I will make the sacrifice," he said, his voice calm and resolute. "For the good of all worlds and the future that awaits us, I will give my life." The others protested, but Skull remained firm. He knew that his destiny had led him to this moment. As he placed his hand on the tree, the blue light enveloped him, and the chamber was filled with a blinding brilliance. When the light faded, Skull was gone, and the trees glowed dimmed. The Viking wolves stood in silence, mourning the loss of their comrade. But as they turned to leave, something miraculous happened. The walls of the chamber began to dissolve, revealing a lush, vibrant valley bathed in sunlight. The glacier had melted away, and the harsh winter was replaced by a land of abundance and life. They had reached their destination, and the heart of time had fulfilled its promise. Yet, the victory was bittersweet. Skull had given his life for this new beginning, and the Viking wolves knew that they would never see him again, or so they thought. As they settled into the valley, a voice echoed through the air, a voice they all recognized. It was Skill's. His spirit had been absorbed by the heart of time, and now he existed beyond the physical realm, a guardian of the valley and a guide for future travelers. From that day forward, the Viking wolves became the keepers of the heart of time, sharing their wisdom and knowledge with those who sought it. And so, the legend of the Viking wolves lived on, a tale of sacrifice, survival, and the eternal quest for knowledge across the ages.